hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip
Bars is back.
hip hop,
Sam
hip
Ant.
hop,
Oh God.
hop,
What's
hip
up with you?
hop.
I done watched them niggas do interview after interview. They not culture vultures. The culture something they been into. So if you never gave them a view, I recommend you do. Cause when they question guests, they message is not subliminal.
And I heard R. Kelly had hands, so you never know what you don't know what that man's dealing with in there mentally. He might be broken. It may not be the same R. Kelly that people knew. Mm-hmm. It's been a minute now, and he's in there for some pretty serious shit. So I'm sure he didn't even expect to be in here that long.
Definitely not.
But nonetheless, he's in there, and he ain't getting out anytime soon.
Definitely not, man. Let's get to the highlight of this evening, Sam, man. We're going to talk about Candace Owens. Now, she was on a show, the Ben Shapiro show, and actually started going in on Cardi B. I'm going to play that clip for the people, give Cardi B's response. Then we're going to go in and talk about this.
Say Kanye West, he's never really written about like go out, grab a gat and just kill people. But unfortunately today that's the majority of what rap has become, right? And so I completely agree with your assessment about Cardi B. It is one of the biggest insults. If Black Americans are not insulted by the fact that Joe Biden, who has been hiding in his basement, for the entire year, made an appearance to come out because he was going to do an interview with Cardi B. Do we have nothing better to offer? I mean, this would be akin to Donald Trump saying, I'm going to give no interviews, but he came up and he decided to give an interview to Justin Bieber, right? I mean, Justin Bieber, I'm sorry, I know you're a Christian man, I don't want to put you in the same boat as Cardi B, but it would be absurd, right? White America would go, what is this? Why are you being interviewed by Justin Bieber? And it's because you're pandering, right? You're pandering. You look at Cardi B's Instagram, you see she has millions of followers, and you think, okay, this is an illiterate person, and if I appeal to this illiterate person and she does, like she literally did in the middle of this interview, they think she's cool, she's hip just by sitting here and taking this interview, Black people vote for me. It's basically saying, Black people, you are stupid, you are dumb, and you're so foolish. I mean, do you think, what if she just said in the middle of the interview, Joe Biden, can you name one Cardi B album? No, Joe Biden, do me a favor, just one Cardi B lyric. He couldn't do it. Of course he's not, because he's being handled, and they're saying, Black people like this person, this is what they're into, and so here you go, talk to her. Same thing with Hillary Clinton, when she went on the Breakfast Club, and she said she had hot sauce in her bag, right? She didn't know what Beyonce's song that came from. One of her handlers said, say this, right? Probably got the questions ahead of time, say this. Say you keep hot sauce in your bag. Right now, Beyonce's song is trending, and it's hot sauce in my bag swag. And she looked like a fish out of water and said it. It is demeaning. It is pandering. It is ridiculous, okay? And she asked pointedly ridiculous questions. I want lower taxes, but I want universal health care for all. She had no idea what she was doing, and yet both Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden made the time to sit with her because they believe Black people are stupid. And Black people that thought, yay, that's a win. No, it's not a win. It shows you that they still believe that you are so stupid that they couldn't find many of the amazing intellectual Black people that we have in the world to sit down with and ask them tough questions. An interview with Condoleezza Rice, right? An interview with Larry Elder. Even if you want somebody that is a Democrat, that's fine. There are way more intellectual Black Democrats you could have sat down with. That you chose an illiterate rapper because that's what she is. She's illiterate.
Well, I mean, I would have paid money.
All right, Sam, man. So you have that aspect of it right there, and then you had Cardi B respond to it. I'll read what she said. That first thing is pretty much irrelevant, but she put, yes, you're right. I have the #1 album, #1 song. I have a huge platform, and I can make million people go vote to get the man that use you. I don't want to argue with you, Candace. I really don't have the time. I honestly feel sorry for you. And let's just deal with Candace Owens, man, because I gotta agree 100% with what she said. There's no disrespect to a Cardi B, but I'm not gonna comment on the illiterate thing. People, you can be the judge of that yourself. But as far as these presidential candidates sitting down with people, why in the hell would you sit down with a Cardi B when you could? There's so much other people that represent the race way better. People who got not the glorified degree, but that are MBAs that got, doctor's degrees, that went to Harvard. I mean, Michelle Obama's, these different people like this that are just professionals. All the Black women who are business women and business leaders and leaders in their families out there that you could have sat down and talked to. And this is always my problem. And people can go back and forth all they want, but at least have somebody who is going to represent the race properly. Don't give me no motherfucker that's sitting up here, saying some crazy stuff. Give me somebody who's going to be able to articulate what exactly we need. And we have thousands of those peoples in the community. And even with Cardi B's response, it kind of even proved more that what Candace Owens was saying was correct. And quite frankly, it baffles me to see that when I seen that Bernie Sanders sat down with her. I didn't even know she sat down with Biden.
Yeah, recently.
Yeah, Candace Owens is 100% correct in what she's saying, man, and salute to her.
All right, I'll put it to you like this, because we seen that one and you didn't see another one that I saw, right? And this is the thing with Candace Owens, because she's very, very intelligent, and a lot of shit that she says is true. But the issue I have with her is it's kind of like she has a very, very solid intro. You're like, damn, that makes sense. And then in the ending is very, very solid. You're like, damn, that's 100. And then in the middle is some hateful, real weird rhetoric in between, which I would love to have questions to her about. Like this clip I have up here that I won't play. I'll let you play. I'll let you hear it on the back end. But she basically said Cardi B is likelier to get killed by her husband Offset than she is by the police. Black people.
Making it seem like you're afraid of police officers. Are you afraid of your husband? You're more likely to be killed by your husband, way more likely to be killed by your husband than you are by a police officer. And you know that, right? You know that black men kill more white men. You know that police officers are killed by black men 18 and a half times more, right? So don't use your platform and 75 million people to make it seem like police officers are the issue. You're uneducated.
Black people need to deal with the issue of black on black crime, which is 100% correct, but never dives into the reasoning to why. And if you care about black people so much, which you give the impression that you do, and I do believe that you do to a certain degree, because you also are benefiting off of it as well, then why not give the other side to the other side? And you don't do that. You kind of pander when it comes to that, and that's the shit I don't like. But when it comes to Cardi B, and what she said as far as that, and she went in on her even deeper on this clip right here. She said, I have no problem with your music. I have no problem with your personality. I think that you deserve to be on TV. But when you come into my world, you can't cry wolf when I cook you.
Right.
You're in my world.
Right.
Now, if I tried to come at you and start rapping, then I'm looking for clout, and you have every right to green light me and cook me. But when you come here, expect this work. And she gave it to her. And I want to hear anybody argue with it. One, when you have these Democratic nominees, and we've been saying it since we found out he was the representative, we've been saying this ever since people have been screaming, get out Trump. And by no means, let's make this no mistake. No one's here pro-Trump. No one's here pro-that. This or that. We're trying to give you every side of the spectrum, which you're not getting everywhere else.
Right.
Biden ain't no saint either. If Trump got the white hook Ku Klux Klan mask on, then Biden got the red one on. It's just the same shit. It ain't no different. But we get sold to us this certain perspective, and they mess with our psyche and our subconscious mind by getting on these urban fucking viewed platforms where people know that they're being influenced and do some wild shit. That shit with Hillary Clinton was an absolute disgrace. And she gave credit to Charlamagne the God Candace Owens did for asking Biden tough questions, but we gave criticism to shit like that, because how do you let that coon and buffoon go on your watch, Charlamagne? You should have been like, nah, hell no, you ain't doing that.
Right.
But it was what it was, man. But I completely agree with Candace Owens when it comes to her commentary towards Cardi B. But I don't agree with the shit that she puts and sprinkles in the middle, man. I think that's divisive as hell.
Yeah, and that's what I say about it, man. It's never a person I agree with everything they said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And but what she said about Cardi B was 100% accurate. The other stuff, I mean, that's something that we could deal with, and I obviously I agree with you on a lot of that stuff too. But I just think that you got to keep it where it is with that situation, and I'm glad though that she spoke up for that, because it's disrespectful, and they do think that black people are stupid to put somebody out there that's representing us. What the fuck you sitting down with Cardi B for, dog? Nothing against Cardi B. That's your thing. You do it.
Right.
But there's so many other people you could have sat down with. They're not going to go do that and sit down, with somebody in a trailer park or somebody, wherever. They ain't going to go do that. So why do it with us? So I think it needed definitely to be said, even though, like I said, Candace Owens, I'm not like a huge fan of her.
I don't dislike her. I just, you know what I mean? Like,
right. And that's the thing. Even with politics and business in general, it's always going to be disagreements, and people might not even agree with we. Like they always say, man, y'all, someone this, that, and the third.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, I think we definitely need to stand behind her with that, issue. And she put it articulately, man, very well. And Cardi B, like her response, it just, what are you talking about, man? And we love Cardi B.
Yeah, that's a fact. And let me put it to you like this. Joe Biden ain't thinking about Cardi B, Breakfast Club, or anything else if, in fact, he does get elected his first 100 days in office. Let's see if he sit down and answer some questions to Black America when he promises all this, and Kamala Harris, Vice President-elect, promises all this, or to be, who knows what's going to happen. Let's see if they start getting on these platforms and asking these questions then. I doubt it.
You know, in my opinion, I would say that all these, you know, people are being used, you know, as pawns. I even saw Uncle Luke. Yeah, you know what I mean? I think D.L. Hughley reposted it, and he's even like teetering more to the Democratic side. I'm like, man, like, you know, we understand. You know, we got people that we know that hate Trump. We got people that we know, a little bit of people, but they, you know, don't want Biden. But to try to sway to either side, I'm like, man, like, don't give me my choices and they get mad when I don't pick them. Word. You can't give me I want to pick my own shit.
You're not gonna force feed me anything. Like,
right.
Oh, thank you.
Then when I see these people doing it, you know, these celebrities doing it, I automatically got one eye open, and I automatically know that it's an agenda, and they may be even getting paid by these different you know, parties to put this different message out. I know some of them are getting paid. It has to be.
You got to.
You know what I mean?
To pump it the way they do, and it gets silent the second it happens. It's like, all right, mission accomplished. Let's get quiet and act like the shit never happened. Word. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. We ain't hold Obama's feet to the fire the way we deserve to, giving us all them promises just because he was our pretty little trophy. And there's a lot of negative shit said about Obama. A lot of stuff isn't deserved to that man and that man's family. But we deserve to hold his feet to the fire and hold him fucking accountable. And we did not do that in them 8 years. That's what got us in this mess now.
That is real talk, man. One more last.